In 2014, a couple named Ethan and Danny were spending a weekend together on Vancouver Island, a place they had visited many times before. Both experienced campers. They loved the island for its scenic beaches and dense forests, offering the perfect camping setting. They had enjoyed many successful trips there, but their final outing turned into a terrifying ordeal. Far from any roads or civilization, Ethan and Danny set up camp on a secluded beach, maintaining a fire to ward off the encroaching darkness. The trail from the beach to the road was a kilometer along the shore, and 2 kilometers through the forest. Earlier that day, they met Leon, a camper from New Zealand, who was planning to sleep in his van parked up on the road, inviting him to join them by the fire. The three shared a bottle of wine and chatted as the sun began to set. As dusk turned to night, they started hearing eerie female voices from the bushes behind them. The sounds were unintelligible and seemed to come closer as the night wore on. It was unsettling, but they hoped it was just echoes from other hikers, or a group anchored offshore. Leon decided to head back to his van before it got too dark, leaving Ethan and Danny by their fire. The voices persisted, making Danny increasingly anxious. They stayed up late, tending to the fire and scanning the cove with a flashlight, but found nothing. Finally, around 3 a.m., they decided to sleep. As they lay in their tent, footsteps approached their campsite. The steps moved around the fire and towards the tent, before retreating into the woods. Minutes later, the footsteps returned, accompanied by the loud, nonsensical chatter of 2 female voices. They circled the tent, then suddenly went silent and disappeared. Frozen in fear, Ethan and Danny stayed quiet until morning. They woke late, packed up immediately, and left the island, never to return. Kylie Cashwell and John Stone, 2 hikers from Eagle Mountain, Utah, encountered something equally disturbing. Kylie had been exploring Cedar Fort, near Salt Lake City, when she found strange symbols and animal parts scattered throughout the forest. On September 15th, she brought her friend Josh to show him the eerie discoveries. This time, they stumbled upon a severed deer head surrounded by a pentagram made of deer legs. As the sun set, they realized they were lost. Using their phone flashlights, they navigated the dark forest, feeling watched. Suddenly, they heard a deep, horrific scream that sounded neither human nor animal. Panicking, they ran, and Josh saw a large black figure pursuing them. They miraculously made it to Kylie's car and escaped. Later research revealed reports of cult activity and numerous disappearances in the area. Kylie never returned to those woods.